Rabotai, there is a sefer that somebody showed me today. His name is Natan Alive. Rabbi, he showed me a sefer Lev Eliyahu of Hagaon Harav Eliyahu Lopian. Rabbi, I want to try to show you today. He asked a question of Maran, I guess from his teacher, regarding what he was doing, but he tried to bring out a point of the importance of making sure that we know our halachot cold. And not only know them, but also to do them. Guys, listen to the story. Pam nichnasti etzel Maran Zatzal. One time I entered next to Maran, Zochrein Tzadik Levracham, Baboker in the morning, Lavi lo aruchot boker, to bring him breakfast in the morning. V'ra'iti shu ayev me'od, and I saw that he was very tired. V'sha'alti lo al sibat adavar. I asked him, why are you so tired in the morning? You just woke up, why are you so tired? V'amarli, he told me, Ani omer lachem, I say to you, Ani kam kodem alot hashachar, because I woke up before dawn. Right? You have dawn, and then you have net, sunrise. I woke up before dawn. I think it's like around, 3:52 now, 4 o'clock almost. V'sha'alti oto lama tzarich hi lagdim kol kach. He asked him, why do you have to wake up so early? V'arei zman ha'tefila b'yeshiva b'sheva b'boker. They start shacharit in yeshiva 7 o'clock in the morning. So why are you waking up 4 o'clock in the morning when you could wake up 7 o'clock easy? The Anali, he answered me like this. Rabotai, listen to this carefully. Guys, I'm telling you right now, do not take this very lightly, because this is the most severe thing you'll ever hear. Katuf b'sefar mekedoshim. It's written in the holy books. Kesheba'im le'olam ha'elyon. When a person is going to come to the upper world, to the next world, Yishalu, they're going to ask him, Im kimu Torah mitzvot. They're going to ask you, did you fulfill the Torah and its mitzvot? Mistama yanuhen. People in general, people can say, yeah, of course. Yeah, what you mean? I came, I learned, I kept Shabbat, I put on tefillin. My wife went to the mikvah. Of course we kept the mitzvot Torah. Rabotai, but listen what they're going to say now. Once you answer yes, Vayeviyu dalet chelkei shulchan aruch. They're going to bring all the portions of Shulchan Aruch, Or Chaim, Yordeh, Even Ha'ez, and Choshen Mishpat. Pay attention. V'sha'elu sif achari sif. Do you know what that means? Halacha after halacha, they can ask you if you did it. That means before you can even be asked, you have to even know what's going on. To be able to say, yes, I did do it. But how many of us today, we have a lot of time. We have all the time in the world not to learn, but we still think we're Baruch Hashem good Jews. I'm not telling you guys are not good Jews. Everybody's a good Jew. Everybody's Kiddushim, Kulam Kiddushim. I'm not saying nothing, Rabotai. I'm just trying to show you, Rabotai, they're going to bring all the 4 sections of Shulchan Aruch, and they're going to ask you halacha after halacha. The beginning will be from Shulchan Aruch or Chaim, the way how a person has to live. V'im ken, he says, and if so, harei b'Shulchan Aruch b'sif harishon, right, in the first halacha, Rabotai, Siman Aleph halacha Aleph, posek ha-mechaber, the mechaber makes psak halacha, v'keteb b'zeh haloshon, and he writes in this language, Yitgaber ka'ari lamod baboker, a person needs to strengthen himself like a lion to wake up in the morning, la'avodat boro, to serve Hashem, sheyehu morer hashachar, you have to wake up dawn. Not the dawn has to wake you up, you wake up already, aha, when I open, it's 8 o'clock, now I'm running, I'm a big tzaddik. No, when you wake up, it's still dark outside. You wake up before dawn. That's what he's saying. Umuvan shalom na'anim kalal. He says, and it's understood. Shalom na'im kalal sha'adam yidfas tekev be'atchala. He says it's understood. It's not going to be very pleasant if a person is going to get caught right in the beginning of the Shulchan Aruch. We didn't even start the test, Rabotai, and then you already failed it. Lachen ani kam baboker hashkem. Therefore, I wake up early in the morning. Kedei, in order in order to say that I was able to fulfill the halakha above. Rabotai, I want to ask you like this. Rabotai, these are wonderful. This is the first halakha in Shulchan Aruch. I want to just skip around. I want to just show you something. How many of us know that when you take off shoes, when you put on shoes, you put on the right one first, then the left one, then you tie the left one, then you tie the right one? How many of us know that you're not allowed to walk with a upright stature, right? Simon bet halakha vav, Simon bet halakha hey. Rabotai, how many of us know all these halachot, how a person has to wipe himself with the left hand versus the right hand? Rabotai, all these halachot are going to go one by one. So you want to tell me today, Baruch Hashem, Bali and Hara, we are baki, meaning we are perfect, we're cold. We know we're solid in our halachot. Rabotai, I didn't tell you Yoredeya, Evan Ha'ezer, Choshen. All I said is Or Chaim. Do you know what you have in Choshen Mishpat? Evan Ha'ezer, Yoredeya. Rabbi says, so therefore I tell like this. When you have Baruch Hashem today people, I don't care, it could be public speakers, it could be religious speakers, they look religious, I don't know what they look like. And they tell you, go there, do this, do that. Rabbi, ask yourself one question. Are you ready for the MCATs? You know how they say in college? You want to become a doctor, you go for the MCATs. In high school you had regions, RCTs, SATs, all these things you had, Rabbi. Are people going to be ready to be able to pass the test? If not, Rabbi, I ask you a question. Why are we wasting our time? Who are you waiting for? Mashiach. Who are you waiting for? I'm asking you a simple question. Who are you waiting for? Now people are going to tell me, Rabbi, you have to understand, I don't have the time. Rabbi, I'll be honest with you. You and I know if you have time or not. When we look at your, what's that thing called on the phone? The screen time. When we look at your screen time, it says that you've been on the phone 8 hours for the day. Don't tell me you didn't have no time. Because you have a lot of time, Rabotai. If you're gonna subtract the time that you're on the garbage, watching NBA, NFL, NHL, MLB, all these soccer, schmacker. Rabotai, if you take away from that time, Rabbi said, you know how much you're going to be able to cover in a month of learning Torah? Take 2 hours a day times 30. 60 hours. But otherwise you're wasting, and it's not like 1 hour, 2 minutes you waste on the phone. Once you get hooked on it, it's very hard to break off. You want to continue watching this, you want to continue watching the news, what happened there, what happened here. And there's no end to this, Rabbotai. So therefore we have to try to take this very serious. It's Rabbi Eli Lupian, he says it comes down from the Sfarim Kedoshim, that they say that each one is going to be asked, what's going to be with us in Shemaim? Did you pass the test, yes or no? So therefore, guys, I'll be honest with you. The Ramah does say, if you cannot wake up before dawn, you can even wake up after dawn as long as you're able to daven with the tzibur. Rabbotai, there are many halachot. But all I'm trying to bring out to our attention, we have to make it our business to learn the Shulchan Aruch code. You have the Sefer Torah, which is in the Heichal, in the Aron. We want to try to be living Sefer Torahs where we know our material called Rabbotai. There's a channel, not a channel, in Israel, Rabbi Reuven Elbaz, he has a son, what's his name? I forgot his name. Rabbi Reuven Elbaz is his son-in-law. How can I forget his name? I know his name perfect. Rabbi Ofer Malka, thank you. He has what's called Chidon Halacha. Chidon Halacha, Rabbotai, if you ever go on it, you see the boys that come take the test. Thousands come. Hundreds only make it to the program. Maybe 20, 30 people get tested, meaning they win 15,000 shkalim, whatever it is. They win money in the end. But Rabbi, what I'm trying to tell you, you look at these boys, the way they're able to dedicate their lives to Torah, you ask them a halacha, Rabbi, I'm not exaggerating, just go look at it. You ask them halacha, they'll tell you the halacha, and a lot of them, Rabbi said, they'll even tell you the sifkat where it's found in the Mishnah Berurah, the Biur Halacha, the Shar Tzion. That's how called they know it. But when they win, they say, what's the secret? You know what the secret they say is? When you eat, live, drink, and sleep Torah, how are you not going to remember this, Rabbotai? Just like your rent, you have to pay, your mortgage, your insurance, your car, your school, whatever it is. You don't forget. That you have a wife in the house, you're not going somewhere else. That people don't forget. Rabbotai, when you make it your business, you're also not going to forget. B'ezrat Hashem give us the zuchut. Rabbotai, to be able to not only know it and memorize it, but mamish live it. Baruch Adonai Olam. Amen. Amen.